Hi everybody and brightest blessings. Lady Leeanna back with you for another episode of Wicca for today. And it has been a very long time since it's just been me and you within this room. I did the Pagan Pride Day Festival videos, and I did the videos on Santeria where I had Edgar and Rodney with me on the show. And it's been a long time since I've just covered a topic, myself and you. And today I'm just kind of chilled out, laying around, taking my time on things for once, because I've been so busy lately, you know, with everything I just named primarily, and all the editing to do with that. And I just ran up the last show on the Santeria series. Anyway, I had a question from a subscriber. Actually, it was a short series of questions from a subscriber that is a pretty deep matter, and as he himself says, it's pretty complex, you know. And I thought, well, you know, if it's good enough of a topic to answer for one person, and if one person asked the question, then many others would have the same question, and it'd be good enough topic for a video. So that's what I'm going to cover today. And what the questions were from this subscriber is, if reincarnation actually exists, how can there be a heaven, a Summerland, the higher astrals, things of that nature? And likewise, how could spirits still be upon this earth? You know, and those seem pretty important to me. So I told him that I would answer them, but I would take my time because I was putting together a video on it shortly. And that's what I'm doing now. Anyway, he also came in with, what is a spirit? What is a soul? What my theory or idea is on it. And I can tell you beyond the shadow of a doubt, I am not a professional or a know-it-all on everything there is to know about spirits and souls. What is on the other side? How could reincarnation happen when heaven and Summerland and all of this exist? I will not say that I know everything beyond a shadow of a doubt. I will try to give you my thoughts and ideas on it, and you can take it with a grain of salt. I don't expect any more of you than that. I feel that there would be a lot of people that would agree with me on these ideas, but I mean, this is a guess. Alright, first of all, the soul. First I want to talk about the soul, because I feel that that's actually the most important question that's being posed here. I want to start with that first. And like I said, you know, this is only my thoughts, ideas, and opinion on things, my feelings. And you can take it with a grain of salt, or you could mull it over, you know, behind your own thoughts and come to your own conclusion about it, you know. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I'm going to share with you mine. The soul, I feel, is the battery of the being. It is the being, that which is the energy that keeps going and has attached to it conscientiousness and emotion, as well as knowledge and wisdom and memory. It's that. The soul is that which has always been here and always will be here. It is that which strives to be reborn again. The soul always strives to be reborn again, to be physical once more. So much to be rebirthed, to be born again through another human individual so it can be human. I feel that that is what the soul is. The battery of the being itself, actually. Okay, that's what I feel the soul is. And I don't feel that anybody could answer that any better than that. Although everybody may have a different opinion. But what I'm talking about, as far as my opinion goes, this is the best way that I could present this. Now, let's talk about the spirit. There are so many different types of spirit on the earth, as in people that are no longer here that died and passed away. You know, and really and truthfully, you have to look at the words or the sentences: teen spirit, sports spirit, the native Indian spirit, the great spirit from above, the spirit of the earth, the trees, the sky. Because it's all the same, but may move over you in different ways or come to you in different ways, show itself in different ways. It's all a force in the earth, and it's all the same force that's all around you and above. But you tap into it in different ways. Like, for instance, your emotions. When someone tells you that a loved one's died, then those words, they tap into the energy of the earth. But it's being called upon through your emotions, your feelings. And they're so intense and so strongly there that it rumbles up inside of you. The energy, it rumbles up inside of you, becoming part of you and manifesting itself. You know, so the energy is tapped into by words from the other party in this, and from your emotion. You know, these two things together are drawing the energy up from the earth and into yourself, and you feel it in waves over you. The same as happiness. Whenever a doctor tells you that you're going to have a baby, or whenever you get caught up in the spirit in your religion and you feel that tingle and rumbling drive rolling up, and it makes you want to giggle, sing, or jump up and down, or when somebody tells you that you've won the lottery or whatever. You know, this is all the same kind of energy. Spirits are different things from even each other. I mean, you have spirit, which would be considered to be residual haunting, and it is an energy that's being held in one particular place in immense amounts through either water or crystals or rocks that are full of ore or whatnot. There are many different things that could hold energy saturatedly in one area. You know, and this energy taps into like emotions from the past, memories from the past, and it loops, and it's playing itself over and over again in one place where a person was seen the most. And this a lot of times incorporates memory from the people that lost that person, you know, the ones that are still alive and still in that area, living in that same house or on that same land. You know, but you know, this is a spirit, a type of spirit, but it doesn't have a soul attached to it any longer. That soul has moved on so that it could be reborn again. Okay. There's also the spirit where there is memory, but yet it still has the soul attached to it. It still is that being, and it's held there bound for a reason. A lot of times it'd be a loved one not ready to let go, or this being that lived a short time ago is not ready to move on because they haven't solved some issues and they died tumultuously, or they've done something wrong to someone and they want to make it right, you know, and so they're there. I've been told by these spirits, and several of them, that they hang around for about 2 years, and this is give or take, but around about 2 years, to help the other party move on and come to terms with what's happened to them, and so they can ground out and come to terms with what has happened to they themselves, so that they can grow and move on. And so there's a lot of work that has to be done, and they're kind of grounded until this comes about. And the hardest grieving period is going to happen over a 2-year period. And so some of them have told me that that's why they're here, why that type of spirit is here. Then there is lost spirits who don't know how to move on. Somebody held on to them too long, and they held grounded too long to try to get past their own death, and then forgot how to move on, or their other halves moved on when they didn't, and they saw something they shouldn't have seen, and that's drove them batty, you know, feeling that their other half should not be with this other girl or this other guy, you know, and then they become very angered and, you know, whatnot. There's also people that were tortured while living, and so they have that anger and turmoil after death, and so they get lost or go bad. You know, some to a point where they go evil. Now, you have some spirits that are staying bound and chained by those that are dark, evil, negative, that are just using them, tapping into their energy, or using them to do deeds or tasks, being promised that they are going to be let go if they do this or that, or that they'll help them get to the light, or whatever, fooling them, you know. And so you have spirits that are misled. You have demons also that come in and can form whatever they want to. They can look like what they want, and they can mislead these spirits into thinking they're angels, and teach them all matter of wrong, you know. And before you know it, the spirit has done so much wrong themselves that they just, within their own conscientiousness, they hold themselves bound. So, why are spirits here? That is why. I feel that this is why. Okay, how can reincarnation be if there is Summerland and heaven? I feel that we come back time and again so that we could do better in one life from the other, to acquire more knowledge and wisdom, to get things right, to be at one with all types of people, to understand them. It's a learning process. And when we have acquired all of the knowledge and wisdom that we need, then we can go to another place or state of being. And we can quit coming back and going through life, because life gets harder and harder one life to the next. And we may not remember one life from the last, but somewhere deep inside of there, with that eternal soul, we hold on to that. We keep that. The pain of death somewhere inside, but only in memory. The pain of heartbreak and disruption of life. What people have done to us, what we've done to others. We come back from that and we try to make it better. And we don't bear the burden of remembering one life to the next very often. And that's a good thing for your own sanity. But we are learning and we are growing. And eventually we'll cross over and we'll stay on the other side. And I feel that your angels, well, your good spirits, your angels, your guardian angels, your hierarch guards, and your God system then prevails. And there are other ranks in between, but I won't say that I know all of them. You know, and this wasn't taught to me, but by my talks with spirits that I've gathered this. You know, and so I cannot say that it's backed up by any knowledge or wisdom by anyone, and I won't say that it's correct because I don't even know that I've been taught right by them. But this is what I feel now through all my communications with the spirits, and I felt it right inside of me. Okay, but you have so many different levels and rankships on the other side. That's why people would see angels or say that they see angels, or why people feel that they have guardians, why people, you know, I feel that there are many different levels and rankships, and that's because when you get on the other side, after you've fulfilled all your lives here, you still have learning to do. And yet you haven't reached to become part of the God system yet, but you still have some of these knowledges and wisdoms to get. And so you're making trips back and forth between what we call Summerland or heaven and the earth and all the astrals in between. You know, you're still watching over people, you're acquiring knowledge and wisdom on the outside looking in now, being a part of them, guiding them, because you have acquired more than what they have for sure. And as you go through these rankships, you're acquiring this knowledge and wisdom that would become infinite and be the lead in to the final place. And that is to be part of the God system, the infinite, that which knows everything. You know, loves all, has acquired so much in love and consciousness, knowledge and wisdom. You know, it's been there, it's done that. And by it, I mean the God, the goddess, the gods and goddesses, whichever way you want to look at it. And some people believe that you move in to just dwell with the God system, you know, to live happy and as part of it by just being there. I myself feel that you move in to become, to connect into and be that with all other spirits that have passed before you and have climbed their way up through the rankships. And so this is what I feel about why reincarnation exists and why there is still even a side of that heaven or Summerland or Valhalla, you know, or whatever, you know, hell, any of the lower or the higher astrals, why those are there. And yes, for that which is positive and light, there is also that which is dark and negative. And there is, you know, many different types of names for heavens and hells, you know. Anyway, so this is my take on things. And really, I would like to hear yours as well. So if you want to place those in the discussion boards below the video, I would be glad to read those. You know, tell me what you feel the soul is, what the spirit is, why there is such thing as reincarnation, or if there isn't at all in your opinion, why reincarnation could exist with heaven or Summerland or with hell and whatnot. You know, I mean, everybody's got an opinion and I would like to hear yours. You've heard mine, and I promised it to someone that I would give my take on this. And I believe I've done my best on this video. Alright? Do pitch in your part. Do talk in the discussion boards. I would like to read it. Alright? And I'm sure everybody else would too. You take care of yourself and brightest blessings. Bye-bye.